Hi, I'm Daniel Foley, author of 7 Dates with Jesus, Crossing Over into Abundant Life. In this video, I want to give you a biblical system for creating more order in your life. So I was praying one day and I'm running my personal training business and I've got kids and I've got all these things going on that I'm trying to juggle. And I just prayed and asked God, I said, God, I don't know how you keep everything in order. How do you keep everything in your kingdom running in perfect order all the time? And the answer I got was to look at the pattern of his Sabbaths. And that's a lot of this is in the book 7 Days with Jesus. But look at the pattern of a Sabbath. So they had, in the temple, they had things that they had to do on a daily basis. They had daily sacrifices that had to be made. They had weekly, they had monthly, and then they had a yearly cycle of these biblical holidays, which we talk about in the book 7 Days with Jesus, Passover and Pentecost and Feast of Tabernacles. They had 3 different feast seasons that had certain things that they had to do there. And so this system is a way to keep your life functioning on all cylinders, a way to keep everything in order. Okay, so let's talk about this a little bit. So daily. So a good exercise you can do, sit down and write down what are all the things that you know you need to be doing on a daily basis. For example, what's your morning routine look like? What's your evening routine like? How's your daily nutrition? Do you need to work out today? Maybe you leave a note for your spouse, play with your kids, whatever it is. Make a checklist of all the things that you know you need to do on a daily basis and get in the habit of filling out that checklist and making adjustments, evaluations on a daily basis. Next, on a weekly basis, there's probably some things that you need to do on a weekly basis. One of them being take some time to sit down and evaluate your previous week and plan your next week going forward, the week coming up here. That's kind of like the weekly Sabbath. Take some time to rest, to connect with God, evaluate your previous week, evaluate the week going forward, make some plans for that, so to speak. But there's also some things that you maybe need to do weekly, like take out the trash or certain cleaning things you may need to do. But there's probably some things that you need to do on a weekly basis. So make a checklist of what are those things that need to be done on a weekly basis, just ongoing, every week they need to be done on a weekly basis. Next thing, monthly. And when I say monthly, here's what I want you to think about. I want you to think about there are some things that need to be done monthly, and a lot of those, the big ones that need to be done on a monthly basis if you want to keep your life in order, you need to do some reconciling. Maybe you go in and you retake measurements and reassess your health. Maybe you go in and you reconcile all your finances from the previous month and move around any money that needs to be moved around into savings or giving or just moving money around to whatever it may be. But there's probably some reconciling that needs to be done. And also I want you to think about monthly. I want you to, every month, every time a new month hits, I want you to that be a reminder to you that you need to do something fun. Okay? You need to do something fun. Every time a month hits, you need to do something fun. The new moon celebration in the Bible was a time of joy, a big feasting time. So you need to do something fun every month. And you can use this system, for example, with your spouse, weekly. Maybe we need to go on a date once a week. Maybe monthly, we need to go on a one-night getaway, whatever it may be. But you can figure out what that is for you. But daily, weekly, monthly, and then yearly. Okay? So 3 times a year. You have the Passover season, which happens at the start of the spring. You've got the Pentecost season, which happens at the very beginning of the summer. And then you've got the Feast of Tabernacles season, which happens in the fall. Okay, those are your 3 main times a year. Those are times to sit back, evaluate your progress, look back at the last year, how are you doing, and then make plans for the year going forward. It's also a built-in reminder system. Hey, maybe you need to take some vacations on a yearly basis. Biblical model, 3 weeks of vacation a year, you go to Jerusalem and spend time with God. But maybe you can have some built-in reminders to get away with your spouse, to spend time with your kids, to take a vacation, to get out of your business maybe and get some clarity on the goals for the next year. But this is a divine biblical system for keeping more order in your life. What are the things you need to do daily? What are the things you need to do weekly? What are the things that you need to do monthly? And also taking some time to plan for the next month and reconcile everything that you've got going on and do something fun. Okay? And then yearly as well. And when we get into this cycle, what's happening here is this yearly cycle. We'll go over more of the yearly cycle in another video. But this cycle, when you put this in place, what's going to happen is this yearly cycle and all these pieces will propel your life forward every day, every week, every month, every year. It's going to push you forward a level as you go through these cycles on a continuing basis. Because what's happening is these things are going on whether you like it or not. Time is moving forward whether you like it or not. But the natural tendency of things here on earth is to entropy or to decay and to go backwards, to age and rust and decay. But if you apply this, what I'm showing you here, what you're going to find is these cycles actually push you forward every week, every day, every month, every year. You push forward to a new level. And so that's all in this book, 7 Dates with Jesus. Check it out. You can buy it on Amazon and check it out. And I would love to hear your feedback on what you think of the book.